Hi, this is Highly Functional Autistic Johnny. I do a vlog on orderliness, tidiness. Is it the fact that we are more analytically minded and more fixed on one thing? Well, at the moment I'm dividing my YouTube subscription into at least 4 channels for different things. So I've got my tech side, my science technology, my visual effects, graphics, art, art and design would all be in my maybe my Karaoke King Creative Studio or my main account. A separate one I'm going to call Freedom Vlogs. I don't know, I don't really want to get into it too deep why I'm calling it Freedom Vlogs, but I think I'll call one Freedom Vlogs, which would go into philosophical, political, psychological, human nature kind of subjects. So one for critical thinking and learning. So I recorded myself reviewing Aspy's 101 website, so an Aspy reviewing an Aspy website. Well, that was kind of something be decent. Or hack the hype, which would be, I don't know, because I could apply it to Hack the Hype, where I hack the hype, or technology, Tech Tuesdays, which could go into Creative Studio, Karaoke King's Creative Studio, on my main account. See if I can remember how to add a new account. Because I tried a few weeks ago, maybe a little over a month ago. So I thought I was going to create a new account. I don't understand why why YouTube's doing this. Because I went under there, it said create new account, and it just logged me into the same account I was already in. I'm confused. Very strange. So Mondays to Wednesdays, I've got Monday is should be drawing and art and design. Tuesday is FX production. So I'll work on my visual effects, my creature creation, my weapons design in 3D. So primarily Maya, Autodesk Maya, ZBrush, definitely Photoshop. And then Wednesday, anatomy. But anatomy not in the way you think. Anatomy both for biological things for me to enhance on myself, which I don't know, might be a part of my analytical nature. To like better myself, understand. But not just that, but then it also ties into Tuesday because I add, for creature creation, I will try and up my understanding of bone. So bones over muscle flow over realistic subsurface, subdermal and epidermal scarring for realistic veins and realistic skin in Maya and ZBrush. And to get really hardcore, I will also try Lightwave. And the last movie I recall where they used Lightwave must have been Van Helsing. And Van Helsing was a pretty enjoyable movie for me. Especially when it first came out. I was pretty young. Must have been 11 when Van Helsing came out. 12 maybe. But the visual effects for that movie was pretty decent. And they used Lightwave in that movie for some of the compositing, some of the motion tracking. And that must have been hard 10 years ago, much harder to do it now. No, back then than it is now, because they've enhanced quite a bit of motion tracking abilities to make it easier. So yeah, hats off to them. It must have been, I don't know, been entirely difficult, but they did work pretty damn hard on the thing. So I'm going to go under Creator Studio. See if I can remember where to go to create a new channel. So go under Channel, Status and Features. Okay, this is just to update the channel I already have. Advanced Branding, Featured Content. I don't really need to change anything in here. What was that create at the bottom? Create, so only audio, music. I can't remember how I did it before. So Wednesday and Thursday is divided into health, physiology, memory, and then they all sort of intertwine between Tuesdays and Thursdays, kind of, and then I try and fluctuate between fortnights. So I also learn Japanese in my own time, so Nihongo o ben kai o shitemasu, that's Japanese for I learn Japanese in my own time. which I'd like to learn at the university here. Eventually. So I now explained, because this is an autism blog, so I'd have to create a separate account for the autism, but another one for my tech, but I'm explaining movies. Dashboard. Yeah, I am stuck to where to go. But then I can also merge folklore and stories with Sunday and Saturday and Monday, storytelling, concept art, design-wise for monsters, plus learning Japanese folklore and Shinto and different monsters from around the world. So it all sort of starts to bind together and sort of becomes a symbiotic relationship with everything I do. Could get lost in one, but then it's hard to know when to move to the other. Yeah, so nutrition. I really like listening to Joe Rogan podcast because he talks about everything from MMA to medical science to geography. He has professionals in those fields come in onto his show and they talk about it at length for 2 hours or 3 hours or more. And it's just fun to listen to and take notes and anything. Yeah, it's just pretty brilliant. So this Thursday I'm going to the IMAX to see the movie Attraction, which was filmed for IMAX, which I haven't seen many actual filmed IMAX movies, and the main one I wanted to see I missed. So I think, what was the one I saw a few weeks ago? Oh yeah, I saw Star Wars: Last Jedi in IMAX. That was the last one I saw that was actually filmed with IMAX cameras. It was an okay movie. So I'll also do a separate one for my Aspergers. See, even here I've got things divided up. So here I have my random things that needs to be dealt with sooner rather than later. So I've got like things like frontal lobe, so things I took from like autism, people who study autism, who take as a professional, like people with PhDs. So so I've put something here. My appreciation for creativity. Because creativity can go so many different ways. You can create how you feel through medium, or you could try and create your own story. Or in this case, I could even try and make my own game. But I don't want to make a game. I want to make it FX shorts and just practice my realistic creation. But I've been saying that for months now, and it's sort of been put aside with everything else. I think that's a weird thing. I think in the last 2 years, I've merged it with all this other stuff, and 2 years ago I was just hyper focused on this one thing that had many other fractions, shall we say. So creature creation led to anatomy, led to, there was none of the health stuff, and there was science tech, yes, and light and optics, and yeah, almost 20 minutes, okay. And then here, then in the middle, I have things like notes for Japanese, places to go that I've moved to, people to converse with. I found something very profoundly interesting, but it's not really for this chat, and I'm trying to converse with the right people to see if my analytical understanding of what I'm compiling of information actually can be a thing. And then here I've got more stuff on the brain and human nature. famous sayings from people about human nature and then here on the side is, oh sorry, this is places to go. I even take track of everything I eat throughout the month, and I buy and how long it lasts and how much I spend, so I'm sort of keeping very analytical, and recipes for different meals to make. Yep, different meals. Wraps. I thought I saved. See all my channels or create a new channel for overview. Okay. Here we go. I got it. I found it finally. So I have 4 channels at the moment because I was getting a bit confused what to call each one. But I know. So one of them I'm going to call. So one of them I'm going to call Freedom Vlogs and Hack the Hype. Which I will try and do a nice graphic trailer for. Like a visual trailer for visual tech